Announcer bot is active. The qualification session is at R-Factor Conversion in Darwin, Australia. The wind speed is 11 km/h from the north-northeast. Danny Van Ruyen is first. Danny Van Ruyen is up 17.24 in T2. Danny Van Ruyen is up 17.95 in T7. Danny Van Ruyen improved his first with a 1:05.159. The qualifying session is now in overtime. Announcer bot is active. Danny van Rooyen from Netherlands is P4. Ryan P from South Africa in T6 is P3. Mike McGeer from South Africa is 6th. Brendan Gryasel from South Africa is 7th. Mike McGeer in T1 is 6th. The race session is at R-Factor Conversion in Darwin, Australia. The wind speed is 7 km/h from the north-northeast. Race start. Craig Westley from New Zealand is P4. Herbal Alarm 16 from Italy in T1 is P5. Craig Westley in T5 is 5th. Dolph Hoff from South Africa is P9. Dolph Hoff is now P7. JD Ellis from South Africa in T14 is 8th. JD Ellis passed Dolcock for 7th. Dolcock in T1 is P8, 0.3 behind JD Ellis. Dewald Lambert from Bhutan on lap 2 is P9, 0.3 behind Dolcock. Tommy Glad from South Africa in T6 is 12, 0.5 behind Valken de Bruin. Tommy Glad passed Valken de Bruin for 11th. Craig Westley is P15, 0.2 behind Leon van Linden. Ernest Heather exiting pits. Craig Westley is now 13th. Peter Grobler from South Africa is 6th, 0.2 behind Herbal Alarm 16. Dolcock from South Africa in T2 is P9, 0.1 behind Dewald Lambert. Remaining in the session. Peter Grobler in T7 is P6, 0.5 behind Herbal Alarm 16. Rhino Olivier entering the pits is P16. JD Ellis in T13 is 7th, 0.3 behind Peter Grobler. Dolcock is P9, 0.1 behind Dewald Lambert. Peter Grobler in T2 is 6th, 0.2 behind Herbal Alarm 16. Dewald Lambert in T6 is 8th, 0.5 behind JD Ellis. Dolcock on lap 4 is 8th, battling Dewald Lambert. Peter Grobler is P6, 0.4 behind Herbal Alarm 16. Dolcock in T1 is P8, 0.2 behind JD Ellis. Dewald Lambert in T5 is 9, 0.7 behind Dolcock. Craig Westley from New Zealand in T6 is 11, 0.3 behind Tommy Glad. Craig Westley was 2.3 faster last lap. Peter Grobler in T14 is 6th, 0.4 behind Herbal Alarm 16. Dewald Lambert is 9th. Best lap is a 1:06.291. 1.239 off the fastest lap. J.D. Ellis is 6th, 0.3 ahead of Peter Grobler. Peter Grobler in T6 is 7th, 0.2 behind J.D. Ellis. Craig Westley exiting pits. Dewald Lambert in T11 is P8, 0.3 ahead of Dolph Hoff. J.D. Ellis in T1 is P6, 0.5 behind Herbal Alarm 16. Peter Grobler is 7th, 0.5 behind J.D. Ellis. Dewald Lambert is 8th, 0.4 behind Peter Grobler. Peter Grobler in T13 is 7th, 0.3 behind J.D. Ellis. Five minutes remaining in the session. Dewald Lambert is 8th, 0.4 behind Peter Grobler. Peter Grobler in T2 is 6th, 0.3 behind Herbal Alarm 16. Peter Grobler was 1.1 faster last lap. Dewald Lambert in T6 is 8th, 0.4 ahead of Dolph Hoff. Peter Grobler is P6, 0.2 behind Herbal Alarm 16. Dewald Lambert on lap 8 is P8, 0.1 behind J.D. Ellis. Peter Grobler in T1 is 6th, 0.5 behind Herbal Alarm 16. Dewald Lambert in T5 is 8th, 0.1 behind J.D. Ellis. Dewald Lambert was 0.7 faster last lap. Dolph Hoff in T7 is 9, 0.3 behind Dewald Lambert. Dewald Lambert from Bhutan in T14 is P8, 0.3 ahead of Dolph Hoff. Dolph Hoff is P9, 0.4 behind Dewald Lambert. Peter Grobler is 6th, 0.2 behind Herbal Alarm 16. Dewald Lambert is P8, 0.3 behind J.D. Ellis. Peter Grobler in T13 is P6, 0.2 behind Herbal Alarm 16. DeWald Lambert is 8, 0.3 behind J.D. Ellis. Peter Grobler is 6th, 0.2 behind Herbal Alarm 16. J.D. Ellis in T6 is P7, 0.3 behind Peter Grobler. Valken de Bruin entering the pits is 12th. DeWald Lambert in T9 is 9, 0.1 behind Dolph Hoff. Peter Grobler is P6, 0.5 behind Herbal Alarm 16. J.D. Ellis in T1 is P7, 0.4 behind Peter Grobler. DeWald Lambert in T5 is 6th, 0.4 behind Dolph Hoff. J.D. Ellis in T13 is 7th, 1.3 behind DeWald Lambert. DeWald Lambert is P6, 0.2 behind Dolph Hoff. DeWald Lambert is now P7. The leader has just finished the race. Danny van Rooyen from Netherlands finished first. Mike McGeer finished P2. Brendan Gryasel finished P3. Ryan P finished 4th. Craig Westley finished P12. J.D. Ellis finished 5th. Dolph Hoff finished 6th. DeWald Lambert finished 7th. Tommy Glad finished 8th. Leon van Linden finished 13th. Herbal Alarm 16 finished 9th. Peter Grobler finished 10th. Ernest Heather finished P14. Janine Glad finished 11th. Announcer bot is active. Danny van Rooyen from Netherlands is P3. Nardusvik from South Africa in T6 is first. Craig Westley from New Zealand is third. Nardusvik in T12 is third. The race session is at R-Factor Conversion in Darwin, Australia. The wind speed is 12 km/h from the northeast. Race start. Ryan P. from South Africa is fourth. Dolf Hoff from South Africa in T1 is P6. Dewald Lambert from Bhutan in T5 is 5th. Herbal Alarm 16 from Italy is 7th. Tommy Glad from South Africa in T11 is 9th. Nardus Fik from South Africa is P12. Nardus Fik passed Leon van Linden for P11. Leon van Linden from South Africa in T1 is P12, 0.1 ahead of Craig Westley. Leon van Linden lost 12th to Craig Westley. Leon van Linden lost 13th to Mike McGeer. Mike McGeer from South Africa is P13, 0.4 behind Craig Westley. Ernest Heather from South Africa in T11 is P8. Ernest Heather is now 7th. Craig Westley from New Zealand is P9, 0.1 behind Nardus Fik. Craig Westley passed Nardus Fik for 8th. Nardus Fik in T1 is P9, 0.2 behind Craig Westley. Mike McGeer in T5 is 10, 0.4 behind Nardus Fik. Mike McGeer is now P9. Tommy Glad from South Africa in T3 is P14, 0.3 behind Janine Glad. Janine Glad from South Africa in T6 is P14, 0.1 behind Tommy Glad. Janine Glad was 2.2 faster last lap. Ryan B is P4, 0.5 behind Dolt Hoff. Herbal Alarm 16 entering the pits is 12. Craig Westley in T6 on lap 4 is 10th, 0.9 behind Mike McGeer. Ryan P is 4th, 0.3 behind Dolt Hoff. Herbal Alarm 16 exiting pits. Craig Westley is P10, 0.4 behind Mike McGeer. Leon van Linden exiting pits. Dolt Hoff is P4, 0.1 behind Ryan P. Dolt Hoff is now 4th. Dolt Hoff lost 6th to Ernest Heather. Craig Westley is 10th. Ryan P in T14 is P5, 0.4 behind Peter Grobler. Craig Westley is P10, 0.5 behind Mike McGeer. Mike McGeer is 9th, 0.5 behind Dolt Hoff. Mike McGeer is now 8th. Brendan Gryasel from South Africa is 11th. Best lap is a 1:05.590. 0.431 off the fastest lap. Nardus Fick is 6th, 0.3 behind Ernest Henner. Mike McGeer is P7, 0.1 behind Nardus Fick. Mike McGeer passed Nardus Fick for P6. Dewald Lambert entering the pits is 11th. Dewald Lambert is 11th. Mike McGeer in T2 is P6, 0.3 ahead of Craig Westley. Dewald Lambert exiting pits. Craig Westley in T6 is P7. Best lap is a 1:05.685. 0.526 off the fastest lap. Craig Westley is now 8th. Craig Westley lost P9 to Mike McGeer. Brendan Gryasel is 8th, 0.6 behind Dolph Hoff. Ryan P is P4, 0.3 behind Peter Grobler. Dolph Hoff in T7 is 7th, 0.6 behind Nardus Fick. Brendan Gryasel is P8, 0.7 behind Dolph Hoff. Nardus Fick is P6, 0.4 behind Ernest Henner. Dolph Hoff in T11 is 7th, 0.5 behind Nardus Fick. Ryan P entering the pits is P4. Nardus Fick is P5. Mike McGeer entering the pits is 9th. Mike McGeer is P10. Ryan P exiting pits. Brendan Gryasel in T5 is 7th, 1.9 behind Dolph Hoff. Mike McGeer exiting pits. Ryan P in T4 on lap 10 is P10, 0.2 behind Tommy Glad. Janine Glad entering the pits is P13. Dolkhoff is P6, 0.3 behind Narduzvik. Janine Vlad exiting pits. Ryan P in T14 is P10, 0.5 behind Tommy Glad. Tommy Glad was 23.2 faster last lap. Ryan P is now P9. Tommy Glad entering the pits is 11th. Tommy Glad is 11th. Dewald Lambert entering the pits is 1st. Leon van Linden in T10 is P15. Tommy Glad exiting pits. Narduzvik in T14 is 5th, 0.3 ahead of Dolkhoff. Narduzvik entering the pits is P7. Ryan P in T10 is 9th. Dolkhoff in T3 is P5. Best lap is a 1:05.986. 0.827 off the fastest lap. Narduzvik exiting pits. Brendan Gryasel in T11 is 6th, 0.9 behind Dolkhoff. Peter Grobler entering the pits is 3rd. Dolkhoff on lap 12 is P4. Ernest Heather from South Africa is 4th. Peter Grobler exiting pits. Ernest Heather passed Dolkhoff for 3rd. Dolkhoff in T6 is P4. Brendan Gryasel in T10 is P5. Ernest Heather from South Africa is 4th, 0.4 behind Dolkhoff. Brendan Gryasel entering the pits is 5th. Brendan Gryasel is P6, 4.8 ahead of Ryan P. Brendan Gryasel exiting pits. Brendan Gryasel lost 6th to Ryan P. Brendan Gryasel lost P7 to Narduzvik. Ernest Heather in T10 is 4th, 1.1 behind Dolkhoff. JD Ellis entering the pits is P2. JD Ellis from South Africa is 2nd, 0.1 ahead of Dolkhoff. Leon van Linden is 15th. Craig Westley entering the pits is 5th. JD Ellis exiting pits. Gryasel in T1 is P7. Danny Van Ruyen entering the pits is first. Craig Wesley exiting pits. Danny Van Ruyen from Netherlands is P1. Danny Van Ruyen exiting pits. Dolf Hoff entering the pits is second. Brendan Gryasel in T10 is P7, 0.4 behind Nardus Fick. Nardus Fick was 6.2 faster last lap. Dolf Hoff is P4, 2.9 ahead of Ryan P. Ryan P was 17.5 faster last lap. Dolf Hoff exiting pits. Dolf Hoff lost P4 to Ryan P. Brendan Gryasel in T5 on lap 16 is 7th, 0.6 behind Nardus Fick. Dewald Lambert in T5 is P11, 0.5 behind Craig Wesley. Leon van Linden entering the pits is P14. Brendan Gryasel in T1 is 6th, 0.7 behind Nardus Fick. Leon van Linden exiting pits. Nardus Fick in T7 is P5. Best lap is a 1:05.594. 0.484 off the fastest lap. Gryasel is P6, 0.5 behind Nardus Fick. Nardus Fick in T6 is P5, 0.6 ahead of Brendan Gryasel. Brendan Gryasel in T13 is 6th, 0.5 behind Nardus Fick. Nardus Fick in T2 is P5, 0.8 ahead of Brendan Gryasel. Gryasel from South Africa in T10 is 6th, 0.7 behind Nardus 5th. Peter Grobler from South Africa in T1 is 7th, 1.0 behind Brendan Gryasel. The leader has just finished the race. Danny Van Rooyen finished first. Leon van Linden finished 13th. Janine Glad finished 12th. J.D. Ellis finished P2. Ryan P. finished P3. Dolph Hoff finished 4th. Nardus Fick finished P5. Brendan Gryasel finished P6. Peter Grobler finished 7th. Mike McGear finished P8. Craig Wesley finished 9th. Dewald Lambert finished P10. Tommy Glad finished P11.